Yes, fight fans, body and mind, sports, my people. You are fully appreciated in this round, my guys, my people. Should we get right into it? So, Oscar De La Hoya, man, Vergil Ortiz, man, it is desperate times for that team over there at Golden Boy Promotions. Things are getting wicked for them. And Oscar De La Hoya, he says to Errol Helwani that they are willing to make Vergil versus Boots ASAP, and they are willing to concede Ortiz to receive the B side, for him to be the B side, right? Not surprising. Well, it is surprising because they've been so obstinate, right? But at the same time, not surprising because look at Boots, man. 2-division champion, current WBA, WBO champion at 154 pounds, top 10 pound for pound, future ballot Hall of Famer, and for me, listen, soon to be the face of boxing in the US. And what does Ortiz bring to the table compared to that? Not even a championship. Not even a championship. But yet they were running around with this narrative, you know, that the team was pushing that Ortiz is this big draw that is bigger than Boots Ennis, and so he deserves to be A-side. They didn't just stop there. They even, you know, came up with ridiculous demands. That Boots can't wear colorful gloves. That Boots has to shave his beard. So not only were they looking to punk him and play him, or play him and punk him, but they were looking to change his entire attire. Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Right? But when you are the true A-side, you got options, isn't it? Where is Ortiz's options? Boots has options. He could fight the IBF champion Josh Kelly. Josh Kelly, who just went through a bloody battle with Kevin Ejeko. He thought that would be a stimulus check. It wasn't so stimulus, was it? Check-wise, right? Because it you know, it was a hard win, but he passed through with the skin of his teeth. You know, a bloody nose, bloody, well, a cut between both of his eyes, basically one cut beneath one eye, a cut beneath the other, and he walks away with the win. But he has you know, he has a pre-signed contract to fight Boots next, and he's honoring that. He's going to honor that. But it's not like it's a choice. He has a choice anyway, you know, but to commit. Because look at 154, man. Sharks in the waters. Sharks. There are plenty Stephen Ejekos, or should I say Kevin Ejekos out there, and better, you know. So yeah, jeopardy all the way here going forward. So why not cash out? You know, he's cashing out versus Boots. And once Boots gets that championship, the IBF championship, he holds 3 belts. And there will be remaining just 1 belt, the WBC strap from Sebastian Fundora, who Boots actually offered the fight first. And he ducked, you know, with the excuse that he has to face his #1 contender, and who he says is mandatory next in Amal Hadarijab. All right? You know, that's the excuse. That is the excuse. But Boots is firmly focused now on being undisputed, not focused on Vergil Ortiz. You know, but listen, Vergil Ortiz has to make the fight. He has to make the fight. Oscar De La Hoya has to make the fight. You know, even though there is some sort of a way out of this, and that is for them to petition for Vergil Ortiz to be next for Sebastian Fundora, as he's mandatory, because he is the WBC interim champion and has been so since, well, for 2 years now. Vergil Ortiz, he's been Fundora's mandatory, so he's the rightful mandatory, not Amal Hadarijab. So why doesn't he petition to the WBC to not allow her to jab to leapfrog him. And then at some point, if he can beat Fundora, him and Boots can meet up for undisputed. It's a bigger fight then. You will have a belt and more leverage, right? You know, so if you got the cojones, if you got the balls, if you believe in your skill set, you believe you can beat Sebastian Fundora, why don't you go for it? But they ain't not. Why? Because, you know, there's a WBC, Fundora, Vergil, Ortiz, all Mexicans, right? Mexican alliance there. Could be that. The Mexican alliance could be strong. Or it could be Vergil Ortiz doesn't fancy his chances so much with Sebastian Fundora. And he doesn't want to risk messing up the biggest fight available to him in Boots Ennis. That statement alone should let you know that Boots Ennis is the A-side, always has been A-side. And Team Ortiz, Oscar De La Hoya have been up to nothing but absolute foolishness. And their foolishness is about to get them frozen out and left out in the cold. Left out in the cold. Vergil Ortiz needs that fight with Boots. And you know, Oscar De La Hoya has to cater to his demands, but at the same time he has to accept B-side for Ortiz. He has to accept B-side for Ortiz. That's the only way he can make the fight happen, and he's desperate to make the fight happen because the time, he doesn't have much time. Ortiz's contract ends in August of 2027. In August of 2027, it's a 3-year contract. It was supposed to end in May of 2027, but because they had litigations between them, with Ortiz trying to get out of the contract in the first place, and Oscar won, and that allowed the contract to be extended to August, you know. But once that contract ends, he's gone. So Oscar is scrambling to make this fight. He is absolutely scrambling to make this fight. Ortiz don't want to fight for Fundora. He's scrambling to make this side. You know, let's see if he accepts, you know, what Oscar has accepted. And yeah, B-side, B-side, B-side. That said, as for Oscar and Golden Boy Promotions, man, they are growing thinner and thinner by the day, by the minute, you know. What should I say, by the hour, by the minute. They are just growing thinner and thinner. That stable, once Ortiz is gone, right, it's said that Ryan Garcia only has Cornor Benn to fight, then another, then he's gone. Then he is gone out of Golden Boy Promotions. You know, he said that he's gonna you know, be under his own promotion of Ryan Garcia Promotions, but I'm suspecting that he either does what Shakur Stevenson does and goes to Zuffa for a big deal, or he goes to the Zone directly. He signs directly to the Zone, just like Devin Haney has under his very own promotions. You know, Teofimo Lopez also signed directly to the Zone. He's no longer signed to Top Rank. So the Zone is not only a broadcaster now, they are a promotion. They are a promotional outfit. So, man, oh man, boxing. This is very interesting. By the way, right, the indication that Ryan Garcia has already made up his mind to leave Golden Boy is there, because he said it himself. 2 fights left, Conor and another, and he's gone. And even at the press conference, right, Oscar wasn't there at Cornor Benn, the Ryan Garcia press conference. He wasn't there. You know, so is he really part of this promotion? I'm wondering. Golden Boy logo, nowhere to be found. We saw Paramount, we saw Zuffa, we saw Ring logos. Where's Golden Boy Promotions? Where is Oscar? And Ryan, he gave it up. He said that Oscar don't really have much to do with the promotions. Until Dana whispered something in his ear, then he said, "Oh, okay, he's involved." So it's like he really didn't. Even he wasn't sure. Even he wasn't sure. But apparently, Ryan is still co-promoted by Ryan Garcia Promotions and Golden Boy. They are partnering to promote, you know, to promote Oscar, or should I say, sorry, partnering to promote Ryan. Now, I did mention earlier that Vergil Ortiz could be leaving Golden Boy Promotions at the end of his contract in August next year. Guess what? Oscar De La Hoya has even attempted getting Ryan Garcia to try to sign Vergil Ortiz, right? So that he can still have that connection with Golden Boy Promotions. God damn. As I'm suspecting, Ryan is gone from Golden Boy. He is gone, I reckon. You know, but let's wait and see. Nobody knows. Anyway, you know, Cornor Benn versus Ryan Garcia, or the reverse, as you would prefer it. According to Turkey, he reported in the first day of ticket sales, they generated 6.3 million in ticket sales. It's supposed to be a great deal, right? That is success for Zuffa, Turkey says. Successful Zuffa. Didn't mention Golden Boy Promotions, who's supposed to be co-promoting this event, right? And he gave credit to Paramount, gave credit to the Zone, the two broadcasters, the co-broadcasters. He mentioned the Ring Magazine, the hosts, right? Mentioned Zuffa as promotion. Didn't mention Golden Boy Promotions. Right? Left dry. Plus, like I said, Oscar wasn't at the presser. Is he really part of this promotion, or is this just a Zuffa promotion? I'm still asking. Well, anyway, after hearing those figures, Oscar said that he will be showing up at the pressers come fight week. And boy, oh boy, it's going to be entertaining between him and Dana White. For sure. You know what I'm talking about. So, anyway, he says he's going to be showing up. Let's see whether he shows up. You know, he's saying that this is a big fight. Ryan Garcia versus Cornor Benn, as if he has not been talking down the fight, saying that nobody wants to see the fight, that he would much prefer Ryan Garcia versus Devin and Dream Haney, that's a much bigger fight, and that's the fight he wants to make, as if he would dare make that fight. No way. He didn't even, he was running away from Devin. He was running away from the Devin rematch, right? Let's just be real about it. You know, so he's changed his tune now quickly. He's saying he's going to show up at the presser. Since he started hearing those big figures, 6.3 million and all that, he knows this is a big fight. Now he's saying it's a big fight. Him and Ryan, they've always had a tumultuous relationship. He says they're like a big or a little dysfunctional family, but it's okay. It's okay. Ryan don't think it's okay. Ryan certainly does not think it's okay. He's tired of the turmoil. And I think he's looking for a new image now, you know, for himself. Mind you though, Ryan Garcia, what did he show up on? Was it WWE? Yeah, WWE, and there was that footage of him smashing something on somebody's head. Is that him trying to you know, now play the role of the villain? Is that him being comfortable as playing the villain? I don't know. I don't think Ryan has ever been a villain. I just think Ryan has just played the role of a spoilt brat, right? Because villains are at least held accountable and the fingers pointed at them as villains for what they do. But Ryan, he can take PEDs and the fans don't give a damn. Nobody really cares. In fact, they will blame the victim instead, Devin the Dream Haney, as they have been blaming him. So yeah, I don't really see Ryan as a villain. People might buy into it who are naive, but nah, he's not a villain. He's more like a spoiled brat. He would like to be a villain. He would like to be a villain. That said, I think Cornor Benn smashes him. I don't think he's elite. I don't think Ryan. He's not done anything to show me that he's elite yet. He's not done anything. You could say the Devin win, but unless you can prove that you can beat Devin without being on Austrian or any other sort of performance enhancements, we ain't buying it, man. That said, moving on to Rolly Romero versus Teofimo Lopez. So they are promoting it, this upcoming fight, and they were on the Mr. Versace podcast, but man, damn, what were they really talking about? Because listen, I found it pretty cringy and disturbing. We had Teo sitting there telling us, the viewers, about how many times he's seen Rolly Johnson, and I'm thinking, what the hell? A lot of us don't want to hear that. I certainly don't want to hear that. Absolute mess. Now, with that said, we also had Rolly, you know, trying to be the funny one, always the clown, basically, making Teo laugh, and he's basically making jokes about Devin's DAZN deal. Devin is signed directly to DAZN now, and he's saying that Devin's deal is a 13-fight deal. It is funny. It is funny. It sounds funny in a small way, but listen, Rolly Romero, I mean, Teo, who's laughing, hasn't he got a deal with DAZN directly as well? So how many fights does he have on his deal? How about that? And the last time I checked, Rolly, he was supposed to be fighting Devin before he got the Teo fight, isn't it? But he couldn't afford it, Devin, because the PBC couldn't put up the purse for Devin, right? And as for Teo, wasn't he the one that ducked Devin and went up to get battered by Shakur Stevenson? So these two, they have no legs to stand on. They shouldn't really be talking. And ultimately, they are supposed to be fighting one another, isn't it? And they're trying to rub each other out, right? So they should be focusing on one another, not having Devin's nuts in their mouths. Because, listen, the way I see it, it's starting to look like jealousy. And it's a case of hate what you fear and fear what you can't conquer. That's it. Devin will keep growing. He's growing more famous out of this, you know. So that is all I have for you on this one. Before you leave, do share, subscribe, of course. Drop your comments below, my guys, my people. And as always, stay super blessed. And let's catch up on the next one. Stay blessed, my guys, my people. We out of here. Stay blessed.